Okay, let's go ahead and get started. UFC 300, finally here. 13 fight card. We got 3 5-round fights, which just means this card's gonna have upside. I mean, it's really hard for me to see this card not having upside. 650, 700 points in the winning lineup, something like that would not surprise me. So let's go ahead and see if we can make this slate feel a bit smaller. Identify, you know, what might be some bad plays and see if we can't make the slate a bit easier. But I will say at the end of the day, I think this video, the best play video, is not great for a card like this when you have so many studs, so many great fights from both a fan perspective and DFS. But nonetheless, I'm going to still try to do it. So let's get started with Bo Nickel, Cody Brundage. Bo Nickel, 9.5K. Brundage, 6.7K. Bo Nickel, minus 2,000. Grappling upside, around 1 upside. All the things, 9.5K. Very, very reasonable price. I think he's a good play pretty clearly. Elite line value, obviously, at minus 2,000. Brundage on the other side, MME only, 2 to 5%. Next up, Kayla Harrison, Holly Holm. Kayla Harrison, UFC debut. A very high level judo practitioner. Likes to come forward, shoot takedowns, both with judo throws and regular wrestling. And once she's on top, she's going to look to submit you, ground and pound you, just dominate you from the grappling, from bell to bell. 9.3K. I think she's a good play. I don't really care about her IATD line, but I would like to see minus 110 or so, plus 115. I think this will be around minus 110 by the time we get to fight night. So Harrison, another really good play. Holly Holm, bad ITD line. Nothing special with the money line. I think it's just MME only, once again. Jean-Mei Lee, Yan Xiaonan. So the first 5-round fight, Jean-Mei Lee is on paper the best play on the slate. She put up 191 in her last fight, and she's going to show up in optimals, projections, everything. She's going to be probably one of the highest owned fighters on the slate. 9.2K, very easy to get to. Like we mentioned, she has grappling upside, total strikes, just everything you want in a fantasy fighter, and she has 5 rounds to do it. Yeah, an elite play. And then on the other side, we have Yan Xiaonan, 7K. If she does win, she's going to score well over 5 rounds, and she's probably going to be leveraged over one of the highest owned plays on the slate in Jean-Mei Lee. So I think both sides of this fight look very good. Next up, Davison Figueiredo, Garbrandt. Okay. Garbrandt 9.1K, or Figueiredo 9.1K. This is the opener, right? Yeah, so early prelim opener. Figueiredo 3-1 favorite. Makes sense. 9.1K, yeah, it's fine. I want to see minus 110 for Figueiredo. Yeah, he's there, minus 115. But the thing is with him, he's surrounded by just all of these studs. I mean, Bo Nickel, Kayla Harrison, Jean-Mei Lee, and then Jalen Turner, Justin Gaethje, Arman. He sticks out as one of the weaker plays relative to the fighters around him. And for that reason, I do think he'll be low owned. But I think it's for good reason. I think he's, despite the metrics being relatively good in a vacuum, when you bring in the context of the slate in, I don't think it's that good of a play. And then for Garbrandt, plus 450 or so, 7.1K. It's nothing special, but I just think it's probably Garbrandt or Pass in this spot. Despite what the metrics say, I think the context of the slate, it's Garbrandt as a fringy type of play, and Figueiredo, it's just tough with the fighters around him. Moving on, Jalen Turner, Renato Moicano. Okay, so both guys are finishers. I imagine this fight's going to rate well. We have a 1.5 round line, and Jalen Turner 8.9K. I imagine he's going to have a good IATD line, which he does. Moicano, grappling upside, finish upside, submission upside. He's plus 350, 7.3K. I guess that's fine, or maybe a bit fringy. I was expecting his ITD line to be a bit better, but it's still, I guess, in play. And then Jalen Turner looks like a good play to me. What's Turner in round one? I wonder. Plus 150, yeah. So yeah, I think both sides of this fight look relatively good. Justin Gaethje, Max Holloway. Uh, both sides are good. That's the breakdown. Moving on, Arman Tsarukyan, Charles Oliveira. Oliveira, a very good finisher. He's plus 190 to win. ITD is win condition is the finish pretty much. This is what these odds are telling us, and what I see as well. I think he probably needs a finish to win this fight. Can he do it? Yeah, of course he's capable of doing it. So I think Oliveira's a good play. What's his price? 7 point. Yeah, he's a good play. And then Arman, wrestling upside, ground and pound upside, decent finishing line as well. 8.7K. I think both sides look pretty good on this fight. Then we got Bobby Green, Jim Miller. Bobby Green, 8.7K. And minus 175 looks about right. Bobby Green, I'm going to need him to finish probably. Maybe plus 170 or so. ITD. Plus 300. It's not that good. Jim Miller has all the takedown upside, all the grappling upside, and it looks like he has the finishing upside as well. Plus 250 or so. I mean, 7.6K. Looks good to me. And Bobby Green, he looks like a pretty weak play to me. Bobby Green does. So Miller passed for that fight. Diego Lopez, Sadiq Youssef. Lopez is a finisher. I think he'll show up as a good play. Minus 1 times, pretty good stuff. So I like Lopez. And then Youssef plus 400. Yeah, for this video, I don't think he's that good of a play at all. Lopez or pass. Aljamain Sterling, Calvin Kattar. Sterling has all the grappling upside, and in a fight where I don't think Kattar will rate to finish that well, plus 400. It's just a Sterling spot or pass. And Sterling's ITD line is not great either, so that's why I'll call him a fine play and not a good play. Moving on, another 5-rounder, Alex Pereira, Jamal Hill. Both sides look good. Both guys have knockout upside. Both guys have volume upside over 5 rounds if it does go all 5 somehow. I think that fight looks good. Rakic, Yuri. Yuri should be the more dangerous guy, but Rakic is, the more technical, probably the skill for skill better fighter. Line looks good for the prices. Plus 200 for each guy. Somewhere around there would be good. Uh, Yuri looks like a good play to me. And then Rakic plus 250. I think it looks pretty fringy. And then last but not least, Marina Rodriguez, Jessica Andrade. Plus 225 or plus 200 or so for each fighter. Andrade plus, yeah, I guess it's okay. And Marina plus 400 does not look all too good for being a good play. Okay, so pretty quick video. I think this slate is not very suited for identifying the best plays. It's much better for identifying how to use sim tools properly and having good ownership. For that reason, I believe the Saturday live stream will be a lot more helpful than this video. But I still thought I would get it out there and see if I can make something happen. But as we saw, it's just a hard slate to really identify good or bad plays. Like everyone looks pretty good. Yeah, I mean, this list is just me being picky with all of the plays, but all these fighters look very good. All these fighters have upside. All the 5 rounders look really good. It's just going to be about an ownership leverage game, in my opinion, this weekend. So that'll do it for this video. Hope it helps out a bit. I'll be doing a live stream on Saturday, like always, talking about ownership and lineup construction. But if there's no questions, then I think I'll get out of here. Yeah, okay. I will see you guys on Saturday.